Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Hey everybody, welcome to Lambert House Documentary. I am Brenda Baker, known as Middle Child. You know, I got all these names. But how are you guys doing? I am sorry I haven't came to you in a while with a new interviewer. It's technology, so many things going on, but I am back. I am here. And today's guest is Mr. Reggie Richardson. And I'm not for sure. I thank you from 988. But guys, welcome, Reggie. Welcome you to the artist, the artist corner, because that's me, Lambert House Documentary Spotlight. And you're in the spotlight. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Listen, I'm hanging in there. Today is Monday. It is what it is. I'm hanging in there. So What's been going on with you? I know that I have to say, you're probably the youngest guest I've had so far.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Voice of the youth.
Yeah. So you will have probably a different, story, but I want to hear it. So I know you lived in 988. When did you come to Lambert?
I came to Lambert, I want to say about 91, 92. I used to live on Morris Avenue. Prior to that, about 182nd, 181st. And Morris, right off the concourse.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was on Eagle Avenue, but Lambert was basically, like I said, like 92 until about 98 when I moved to Ohio.
Oh, so you moved to Ohio, and you just left Lambert. What made you move to Ohio?
Man, listen. I had to get up out of there, man. I was going to Clinton at the time. Me, Money Mills, Mike, Poppy, Key Black. Man, I can't even tell you what my class was at my first year. You know what I mean? Like, we had fun going to school. So after I started playing basketball and got serious about it, going to Mike Bright and started talking about college and things like that, then I just figured, I went out there one time for Thanksgiving and it was like, yo, they singing like church songs and eat together. Yeah, we got to move to Youngstown. So, but I always came back home. You know what I'm saying? So I always came back home. Wow,
that's nice. So tell me about your experience growing up in the Lambert houses.
Yeah, like I said, I came in 98 prior to us moving. My aunt, Barbara Jean, lived there. Some of y'all may know her, know Goldie for sure. She was there, moved there to the 6th floor. Neighbors was the Millers, Mika, Nisha, Dude, Devlon. I had Sierra on the other end, my man Cav, Asia. Our building was popping. This girl downstairs with Asia and Quaisha, and it was all love in there. So started playing basketball one time on the light side with a few of the chosen few, Rondé, Reefy, and all of them, who was also in my building. But Lala and James, Midnight Thug, told Fonzie from the dark side, like, yo, this kid from up the block, but he live here now, he nice. I played basketball. Fonzie went and got Mike. Me and Mike played on the dark side, one-on-one. And I mean, it just changed my life, man. Like, no craziness, man. Like, I ended up playing Mike. I don't know if he won, and I probably won, because I was just playing a game. But and ended up throwing me in the garbage can, man. Like, told my I had felines, and we don't felines in Lambert. It was crazy, but it was love too. They just kind of wanted to see how I reacted from that. You know what I mean? Got back on that team. Not back, but got on the team, and the rest was history, man. It was just love, like love. Those are my brothers to this day. So everybody. Wow.
So you started playing. That was Mike Bright. Who was Mike?
Blue had us on the dark side. Blue had us on the dark side. Him and Coach Kev, Terry. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. Had us back there, taking back the park every year. I don't think we ever lost the championship until the one year where Blue actually sat me down. We lost. I ain't gonna say it was me, but that's the 1 year we lost. That's the last time I came off the bench for anybody. So, you know what I mean? But like I said previously, I recall waking up in the mornings before the tournaments, like going to clean the park. We had to sweep, we had to paint, trash, sweep the dirt, all that. You know what I mean? Like that was our court, hang the nets up. You know what I mean? So from there, started going to the gym, the Beacon, and started playing with Mike Bright over there. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
like I said, the rest was history. Yeah.
So you had time, you spent, shout out to, and rest in peace to Kuda and Blue, because they did a lot in Lambert.
Man, definitely. K-double-O. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I always say, Kuda had to be one of the first bricks they laid in Lambert as far as her spirit and her soul. You know what I mean? Hungry, out late past curfew. I go in the house, open the door open. Go in there, call my mother, like, Mom, I'm at Kuda house. I fell asleep or something. Just tell Kuda to sing to my mom or something. She'll get me off. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, Kuda definitely, man. Coach Blue, Blue, Coach Pop, that's what I call him. Yeah, it's all family.
Wow, that's amazing. So now, then you started going to the Beacon and you met Mike Bright.
Yeah, met Mike Bright. Actually, Mike Bright came to the dark side one morning. I was up playing Saturday, and Mike came to the dark side and seen me playing, asked me if I wanted to play basketball. And I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, well, let me meet your moms. Went to my house, knocked on the door, and asked her, can I play? And she said, yeah. He said, there's only two options, or two things I asked. Can I treat your son like, I treat mine? And then at the same time, can you make sure you get some room in your house with some furniture? We didn't know what that was, but after, I want to say about 2 summers, I didn't know where the next trophy was going to go, because we took basically first place in everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Oh, that is so deep. That is really, really deep. So you would say your experience growing up in Lambert was a pleasant one,
Man, that's why when I see them knocking at these buildings, the Karate Kev posting and all that, like, it hurt, you know what I mean? There's just so much history behind it. I had dreams like making it to the league and coming back and putting some real bleachers up on the dog side and all of that. My building was the first building knocked down. You know what I mean? So when I go back and I don't see my friends there no more. Now I don't see my building or buildings. It's kind of like, man, like it's a figment of my imagination almost. So, it's different. It's a different take. I've seen some people say, it was needed because buildings were a little older, whatever. But I don't know, man. Lambert is definitely a huge part of me, my development, and, will always be, definitely.
Because you being in the Beacon, because I want you to talk about a little bit about what you're doing now. You being in the Beacon, growing up, that kind of like molded you into the things that you're doing now.
Definitely. So just like in Lambert, it was nothing you could do to get in trouble. You got in trouble outside, you was gonna get beat up a few times before you got home. I mean, from parents to whoever was even hustling on the block, it didn't matter. We took care of our own. We policed our own. When I got to the Beacon and met Jamal, Darryl Rattray, Dennis Carter, Stephanie, Corey, all those people, it was just like my bigger brothers, my uncles, or whatever the case may be. And then it became a little bit more in depth because now I had to bring in my report card. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was just a place where it was a safe haven. My mother didn't have to worry about where I was at. Actually, the gangs became a big thing back when I was growing up. But for us, for me, a part of the gang was being in that gym. Like, if you wasn't in the gym, you was tripping. You know what I mean? If you wasn't in the Beacon, you was tripping. Not to mention the IS parties, you know what I'm saying? I had the luxury of being able to make sure I knocked on every door right before the party so that I could carry some crates and get in the IS parties for free. They was $5, but just to get it for free was that thing, you know what I'm saying? So I could go behind a booth. I did a lot of fronting back in the day, like I was really that dude, but it was love, man. Lambert really kept me alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, not Lambert itself, but the Beacon as well, just having that safe haven and that place to go. Also bros, kind of like, what I'm doing now, as you can see, I don't know if you could really see it, but... Oh,
we could see it like that, yeah. Okay.
Trinity Beacon Academy, that's my nonprofit. I have a nonprofit where I work with youth out here in Charlotte. And then also Mecca Beacons, which is my LLC, or everything, God first, Beacon second. Because that's what it was for me. It was a light for me, for sure.
Yeah, the beacon of light, the beacon of hope. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So that inspired you. So your program, do you work in a school? How do you get young people into your program?
So I started off, I came out working in the schools as a behavior modification tech at the middle school setting. Then that middle school closed down, and as a joke, I became a police officer. Like, it was like, take the test and see if you can become. I took it. Unfortunately, I passed it. And then here we are, 10 years later, where I just recently resigned on the 1st of July. But, you know, my first thing, they wanted us to do projects for the community to stop crime. So you had people who did traffic stops and drug busts. I'm like, man, I'm about to go in this gym back here in the back of the project, and we're going to do some workouts the same way I had it, and started meeting the kids. And for that became community policing for real. You know what I mean? Because if it was ever somebody running or something crazy, kids see me when I pull up and it's like, hey, what's up, coach? It was an officer. So once I got that, I got the love, connected with the church department. I mean, we went from just basketball to C program, where we would basically take kids from 6 to 8 weeks, keep them out of trouble, put them in summer school, have them in the community, taking field trips, camping, going to feed the homeless, shooting movies, music. And then if they stayed out of trouble, we gave them like a $500 stipend. And it's about 30 kids per session. Yeah. So, you know,
that's amazing.
It was.
Salute to you. That's amazing. That's God's work.
That's love. Yeah, definitely God's work.
That's God's work. You know, that people can talk the talk, but when you're really out there doing it, you know, it's everything. It's so rewarding, you know. Definitely. But that's see, those are the stories. That's what I want to hear about. Those are, you know, and it molded you. So yes, that's a story. Now tell me about, you know, I'm gonna go to this. We're not gonna get away from you know what I'm talking about. Tell me about, oh my God, you had like this rap, and I want to hear that like again, because I gotta give it to you for doing this again with me because of you know, the technical difficulties.
It's all good. You know, I was talking to Ronnie one day. You know, granted, I was connected when I seen you do the interview with Ron, and was like, you know, that's my big bro. So if he's going in the direction that speaks volume or gives our neighborhood a voice, I'm right behind him. So I had to reach out and see how I could be a part of it, even for Charlotte. But you know, I called him one day, and I was like, man, all the music that's going on right now ain't too much reflecting back on the neighborhood. And one day I just had the urge to write, heard a beat, and kind of just went back into what it was like just sitting in front of the building. You know what I mean? The summertime in Lambert. And like I said it last time, in poetry form, it was pretty much, I often wonder if we went back to that summer when Mooka had the crew rocking blue and white Pumas. Oh, at the half, sipping eyes made you laugh. Weezer on the Stagash, that ain't the half. When Ola used to show out, Ronnie had us rocking blowouts. Other blocks try to come to the block. Other blocks try to come to the dark. They got blowout. You know, every Saturday we was water dancing at the Key, 7:30, 10:30. I'm trying to stay there to 3. That was just Lambert, man. And, you know, of course, we go crazy on Ola. Ola used to be out there getting it.
Ola was getting it. Yeah, that is no joke. Ola was getting. We had a whole song for Ola. I gotta ask my sister Jalonda. She remember things way more better than me. But yeah, Ola. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Man,
oh my God.
Come out the building, and I mean, it was just like a celebrity came out. The whole hood, go Ola. It was our own Lambert Harlem Shake, and she would get busy. And then next thing you know, went from the shoulders to then the clothes start coming off.
Yeah, the shoes, everything start coming off.
You got it.
That is so true. Oh my God. Miss Ola, that is so true.
I wasn't fortunate enough to catch the Club Michelle's. I heard about the Club Michelle's and all that. You know what I mean? I ain't even know what it existed and none of that, but I heard Club Michelle's is be rocking in Lambert.
I don't know what is Club Michelle.
Yeah, it was parties on the dark side over there. That's, you know, man, Mooka, God bless the dad, Mooka put me on. He told me stories about that, so that was crazy. Man.
Really? Okay, see, I don't know nothing about that, you see? But that is, like, to me, so interesting, and that you remember.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you remember it, you know?
Everything.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Memories when I was in 988, and this was when Grandmaster Cass was living in my building. Shout out to Cass. You know, me and Ephraim was down there playing on the turntables, and he came in on us, popped in. We jumped off, and he started clowning like, man, we thought he was gonna get in trouble. But him and Cool Herc started battling. Like, these young boys don't know what to do, but I got a chance to experience Cass and Herc go at it on the turntables. I'm like, that's crazy. And later to see, you know, my mother walking the elevator, he hugging her, calling her Sweet Pea. And she like, yeah, you know, I used to break dance. I'm like, how you used to break dance? Like, but my mom used to break dance when they used to do the jams in the park. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Lambert definitely, man, it's a lot of memories for sure.
That's some serious history. I want to interview Grandmaster Cass. I just saw a documentary about him. It was great. So now, Grand was So tell me about so you have a men's show too. So I've seen something like that, a podcast.
Yeah, the Brothership. The Brothership is you know, sponsoring from Springboard from the Sistership. Is a show based out of the Poconos, where you know, some men come together, different topics, anywhere from voting to sports to just law, you know, what we're thinking about as far as policing in today's society, financial accountability, just, you know, being knowledgeable of how to handle your finances. So it's a good conversation for me. In this case, again, being the youngest, I get a chance to kind of not only participate and have, you know, voice for the youth, but also learn and kind of give back to the youth from those gentlemen. So it's been pretty solid so far.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, definitely.
What made you come up with that concept?
Well, it wasn't. I again, playing with the music, I just hopped on it. You know, a friend of mine, my sister, actually just wanted to do the show because she actually did the ladies' anthem. So we did the Brothership anthem together. Okay. And it was like, yo, we want you on it. At the time, I was an officer and from New York, living in Charlotte, you know, just had a little story behind me. So they thought it would be a good idea for me to get on. So I've been on, you know, a few shows, doing some things, opening up these businesses. So I'm not there as much, but, you know, I'm still definitely there. Brothership. Check us out, YouTube, Brothership.
Oh, yes, we definitely got to check it out. So do you think being a police officer, what did that do for you as far as working with the youth? Like, did that make your passion stronger?
Definitely. Coming in, I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but in Charlotte, dealing with the racism, you know what I mean? I feel like I got that look, like, are you one of us or one of them? And, you know, my first year, like I said, with the project, just kind of seeing the need for our people to educate. It wasn't just basketball. I would go do town hall meetings, and I would do Know Your Rights seminars, go to, you know, cops and barbers, barbershop, cops and barbers forums and talk about what it was to police, what is it that the community wanted to see, just to kind of help build that bridge. So it was good to kind of get some insight on little things like, man, I know y'all got a quota. I can't tell you that about Charlotte. You know, you got some people that like doing traffic stops and some like doing drug arrests. But for me, it was different. You know what I mean? I policed like I was in the hood, like, you know, not to take credit, not like that, but it was my people. So I wasn't looking to continue to put my people down. I wasn't making no arrests over no low weed or nothing crazy. You know what I mean? If I can get you out of that situation by just talking to you and making sure you remember my face, then, you know, to me, that was helpful. But to continue to arrest, it's already enough of us in there for the nonsense. So I just went out and built relationships, man, and that's what kind of springboarded me across the city of Charlotte in general. Just going out to meet, you know, all the movers and shakers of the city. So definitely, you know, it allowed me to focus on my passion, my calling, which is, you know, help building youth, kind of just giving back, paying it forward what was done to me as a kid, and then making sure our community is straight.
Yeah, building relationships. You said it. That's the police department that's what they should focus on, building relationships, because
that's what they
you can build relationships. Because in certain communities, just like you said, you went out and you probably diffused situations. You know what I mean? They do that in certain areas for their own people, you know? So we need more of that, because they definitely do that. They're not coming out in certain neighborhoods and arresting young kids for doing stuff. Nah, they're going to talk to them. They, you know, so yes, I salute you, brother, because that's what it is. That's what it's all about. That
no doubt.
Absolutely what it's all about. Mm-hmm. You know, so now, with Lambert House having this gentrification, you already touched on it a little bit, but all in all, how do you feel about them tearing down Lambert? Because Lambert definitely did not have the same opportunities when you were growing up, when I was growing up, you know? So how do you feel about that? Do you feel that they should tear it down and maybe rebuild, or?
Man, I mean, if they were able to, and it's kind of off the table now, but if they were able to go in and kind of remodel or something like that, that would have been cool. But now that that's not the case, it's are they giving back to our people? What are they doing with our people? You know what I mean? You getting rid of these families in these buildings and building these skyscrapers, but our people, are they able to go in there and pay the same rent as before or less? Or like, what are you doing with our people? That's what I'm really, I really would like to know. Again, it's been a little difficult through my transition right now, opening up a business to reach back and see what's going on. But, those are the things I would like to see and hear, that my people was good. You know what I mean? Because if not, then it's just a matter of getting rid of us, bringing in something new. And now when we come through, they're looking at us like, who are you? But we looking at them like, who are you? You know what I mean? But it's a new day. Unfortunately, some things that are changing. And maybe fortunately, again, I haven't been, advised on why or what's the reason behind it. But, from where I stand, it's tough, man. It's tough to see.
Yeah, it is tough to see. With these interviews, more and more people are interviewing and, telling their story and telling their little piece of, what's going on, what they see and what they don't see. So, that's what we're putting together. But you said you have a new business. What's your new business?
Yeah, Trinity Beacon Academy. Trinity Beacon Academy, that's my nonprofit. You can look that up.
Yeah, your nonprofit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then also the Mecca of Beacon. So that website will be coming up soon, but that's actually going to be where I'm doing my group home right outside of Gastonia, North Carolina. And then also my LLC. I'll be doing some consultant work, just going out to different cities and different schools and helping build that bridge with the movers and shakers and the youth. Like, if you don't got the youth, what do you have? That's our tomorrow. So that's pretty much what I got going on right now. Yeah.
And people don't understand that programs are important.
Mm-hmm.
After school programs are important. Programs in the community are important because it gives kids an outlet.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, if it wasn't for the IS parties or, going to the Beacon, I didn't participate, but Teens in Motion, Bros, Rest in Peace to Tacoma, just having those things, even the parties you used to have in Lambert at the center, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to kind of take advantage of your neighborhood and enjoy and party and fellowship with your people. That was love, you know what I mean? So, those programs are definitely needed, especially now, but it's tough with the internet kind of, being so bold and demanding. Like, people got to pay attention to what it was. www, the World Wide Web. And what happens when you're in the web, you get caught in it. So now you see people walking down the street, on the trains, eating together on their phones. Everything is technology. Everything is phone.
Oh, yeah. And it has captured the youth. The youth captured.
The kids don't even know how to go outside and play. They outside 10 deep talking about they bored. You crazy? Man, so you can play Skelsies, you can play tag, you can play. There was so much we did younger, you know what I mean? And I just don't understand why that didn't transition over. But
it is so true. It's so true. Kids go. I work for the Department of Board of Ed, and when you see kids outside playing, a lot of them are sitting on the side on their phones, and and social media is everything to them.
Yeah.
So, anyway. We could go on, and I know we're gonna, there's some things that you're doing that I really want to know about, and how you're going about doing them, because I'm still working with the youth every day. And I'm always trying to do better and do more and learn more. So we'll link like that. But Reggie, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for doing it twice.
No, listen, it's so good. Don't even worry about it. This for the hood right here.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because the only person I had to do a video twice with so far was
Ron. and that's my brother, so it's so good.
It didn't even record. I was like, oh no, I have been dozens of videos and it just didn't record. I don't know.
Listen, I appreciate the opportunity. Like I told you last time, the thing that I can remember doing for the hood was that first Lambert day when me and Karate Kev stood up to 4:30 in the morning. I was up there for the summer. Me and Kev hopped over the gate, roped off the area for the cookout that day. I think we pretty much slept in Ron Barbershop until we went in there and locked it in.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, so. And I think I may have been back to one outside of that, but I didn't even get a chance to change that first year. You know, I was out there with gate stains and all types of, but it was love. It was so much love out there. You know, and that's one thing that I hope and I pray that we keep, regardless of what, that we keep that Lambert Day going, man, because it's always good to come back and see people there alive, living, smiling versus seeing them in funerals. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Some people, they're trying to do a Lambert House, like away weekend, like a destination. They're trying to do that.
That's what's up. Let's build on it.
Yeah, I'll see how that works. But yeah, you have some people talking about that. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad I interviewed you. I don't want to go over. I don't want to edit anything.
Nah, you good.
I don't want to take out anything you said. So I thank you, Reggie. Let's keep in touch. I'm going to check out your show, and you know, we could talk about some other things soon. But thank you for coming on Lambert House Documentary. Being in the spotlight is very, very important.
Appreciate y'all. Everybody behind is pretty dope, man. Whatever I can do to help support.
Thank you so much, Reggie. You have a nice evening. Thank you.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine, and I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero. Good job, kitty cat. When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.